Good morning, friends. Today is a new day, is a new vlog. Welcome to today's video. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Hunter. It's so nice to meet you. Today we are going to Disney Springs in Orlando. I am excited because I haven't been to Disney Springs in a hot minute, and I'm hoping that there's some Star Wars stuff from Mason to look at.
Starting route to Disney Springs.
So I'm very excited.
Proceed to Universal Boulevard, then turn left.
I'm very excited. I really thought, did I get my fanny pack? Jeez, we suck. I'll go get this one. So I'm super excited. I forgot my little pouch bag. I've been using like this little fanny pack pouch thing that Mason got me for Christmas last year that I've been using for the first time, and it's actually been so convenient. You Lulu Belt girls are really onto something. Mine is just from the Made by Design brand at Target, and it was in the travel section, so that was fine, but it's been what I've kept all my cards and stuff in. It's so nice. Mason went and grabbed it for me, which a godsend. We love him. And yeah, now we're headed to Springs. Oh, he grabbed my sunglasses too. He's the best. Something I forgot to show you yesterday was, do you see my nail? It broke. Yeah. So anyway, on to Disney Springs. I'm excited. It's nice and sunny outside right now. Hopefully it'll stay that way, but we'll see.
So one day
What day is this of vacation? Day 3 of vacation. We spent over $12,000 on crap that we're never gonna use. This is Hunter looking at every single item in every store. That's all Henry wants to go get. Flatten it out.
Pretty. We're back in the car. I have no idea what Mason filmed, to be honest with you, but we're back in the car now. It's really hot. It's 91 degrees. I have blisters all over my feet. It's a mess. But that's okay. We had a great lunch. We walked around. I got some colorful M&Ms. How beautiful. I'm excited to eat them at some point. And also, the parking garages here are kind of genius. So when you go into the garage, this is something I've seen in different garages before, but they have a list of how many spots are available on each floor. So I've seen that before, but then when you get to each row, it tells you how many spots are available on each row. And then they also have these little sensors, I don't know if you can see them, these little thingies that are hanging from the ceiling, like right there, that are red if there's a car there and they're green if there's not a car there. And it's super helpful because you can see how far down the row the cars are, and then you don't have to waste your time going back and forth down a bunch of different lines. Yeah, so you don't have to waste your time going back and forth down a bunch of different lines. So Disney Springs, I think, was successful. We had a good time. Did you have a good time?
Yes.
The Star Wars store was a little disappointing. They were supposed to let you make your own lightsaber, and that was not there, which was sad. I'm not sure that Mason would have done it anyway because he seems too cool for that, but it would have been nice to have the option had we wanted to do it. Anyway, now we're headed to a store so that I can buy something to fix my blisters. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Rock, Lizzie McGuire, Recess, I don't know what that is, Wildcat, Phineas and Ferb. Good morning, friends. I'm not starting a new vlog today. We are continuing from yesterday, and we are going to the Kennedy Space Center today. I didn't vlog for like the rest of yesterday because we went back to our hotel and kind of just chilled out for a little bit, and then we went back to Disney Springs, had dinner, walked around, got some ice cream, went in the stores and stuff because the sun was down, so it wasn't as hot as it was like earlier in the day when we went for lunch. So now we are just on our way to the Kennedy Space Center. We checked out of our hotel in Orlando, and I'm excited because I've never been to the Kennedy Space Center, but I have tons of NASA merch, so I'm excited, and I think it's gonna be a cool experience. Mason said it's mostly inside, so that's gonna be good. I have my high tops on again, so hopefully my feet will not die today, but we'll see. And then after we go to the Kennedy Space Center, I think we're meeting one of Mason's friends from his childhood for dinner. So that's gonna be exciting. And then we'll head to our final Airbnb. For the Kennedy Space Center, I decided to do a voiceover since we learned a lot, but I didn't do a good job of capturing that information. So here we are just pulling into the complex. The whole complex looks really cool from the outside because it has lots of photo ops. You can see all kinds of cool stuff. We started by going into Heroes and Legends, the Astronaut Hall of Fame. Inside there are models of different space vehicles, and you can see how they've changed in size and stature since the beginning, which was really cool. From there, we went into this showroom type thing with these capsules that are dedicated to certain astronauts with personal artifacts, which was really cool to see that these heroes are people just like you and me. They wear jackets and they went to school, and overall it was just really cool because they're normal people. They just happen to have the coolest job in the world. Then we saw the inside of a control room, and there was a video with different blinking lights that kind of showed what it was like when it was being used, along with a video. Then we got to see a flag from the first and the 100th space missions from the US, and then we went into the Hall of Fame. There was a statue of an astronaut, and then there were pictures of all the US astronauts with pictures of them and the year that they started, and also all of their missions, and it's really cool to see how many there were because I really had no idea. Then we went through this garden, there were lots of things there, and then after that we went to this really cool room that was basically the future of space travel, including models from SpaceX, which is owned by Elon Musk. Additional content currently projecting on... Whoa! Okay, look. In comparison, this is super high tech. This room was basically all shiny and new, and it felt so futuristic. And then after that, we waited in line for this new space flight simulator. So it was basically like going to an airport, but for space travel. So it was really cool that they made that such a fun experience. Look at this, it looks so clear. So cool.
Like it's just like booking.
At this time, thank you. Temporarily delayed. Please visit a gate agent for further information. Once again, flight 6425 has been temporarily delayed. We appreciate your patience. Thank you.
Camera from backpack from last.
From there, we went to Mission to Mars, and Mason tried this cool simulator. We were both really bad at it, but he was definitely a lot better at it than I was. And then from there, we looked at replicas of the original rovers, and there were also some models of current and future rovers with dates of when they left, when they're leaving, and when they're coming back, which was really cool. It's just crazy to think how small they started, and now they're these massive high-tech machines that are literally just roaming around on another planet. We just ate lunch, and now we're going to the... Hold on, I'm trying to see what it's called. Apollo and Saturn B Center. Right here. Oh. There. So excited. On the way to the Apollo Saturn V Center, they showed us this building, which is where things are built for scale. The stars on the side of this building are 6 feet wide each, and the doors take 45 minutes to open. Once we got to the Apollo Center, there was this cool presentation, and there was a simulator of the control room during the launch of Apollo 1, or one of the Apollos. I think it was the first one, but I can't remember if it was exactly that one. The room shook, and there was cool lighting and everything. It was so cool. It was like it was happening right outside the window. And then we went into this area. It was basically just a museum with a bunch of really cool things. Such a big building. I guess I'll explain this just a little bit. You basically have to use science to make this work, to see if you could make it launch.
Launch
Clearly
failure.
There was a small scale model that you could see the inside of Apollo and a video showing how it worked once it's in space, so how the bottom part kind of detaches and just becomes space garbage.
You guys believe how massive this thing is? It just keeps going. I mean, obviously it's got to be massive if it's leaving the Earth's atmosphere, but jeez!
Then there was a memorial for the astronauts from the first attempted launch of the Apollo program that failed during launch, which means we also lost those astronauts during that. And then after that, we went into a presentation about the first moon landing, and it was like the video and the audio from mission control between the astronauts and those in mission control, which was really cool. After that, we went into a vault that had different artifacts from the first moon landing, and then there was a lunar sample that was really cool to look at. This one was really big, actually. This almost looks like Star Wars, if I'm being honest. I've never even seen it, but this looks very much like Star Wars. Then in the center of the room, there was a model of the first moon landing with the astronauts and the flag. And then there was an Astrovan, and it was the vehicle that transported astronauts to the launch site during the Apollo program. Then we waited in line. They had a very small lunar sample available for people to touch. It was super smooth, but it was probably most likely from people touching it so much. Besides that, there were lunar vehicles and other things they used to collect samples, as well as a spacesuit with moon boots and a helmet. From there, we took the bus back to the Atlantis building, which I think may have been my favorite part. We watched a presentation, and then the screen came up and we saw the Atlantis, which was one of the space shuttles that's now out of commission. It is a reusable shuttle that launches like a rocket and lands like a plane, and that's literally so cool. Then there was a model of the Hubble telescope hanging from the ceiling, and we went downstairs and tried a launch simulator.
This hallway is straight up red. Look at this.
And this was kind of the last thing that we saw. There was just the underside of the Atlantis, then another Astrovan, and that was the end of our day at the Kennedy Space Center. Okay, so Kennedy Space Center was super, super cool. It was like $75 a person, but I have to say it was 100% worth it. If you ever find yourself in this area, I highly recommend going because it was really cool. And this area right here, it's called Blue Origin, and it apparently is where Jeff Bezos does his space things. The new space things. We're not sure where SpaceX, which is Elon Musk's, but it's somewhere around here, so I think that's really super cool. But yeah, that was super cool. I'm really happy that Mason recommended it, suggested we go, because that was a really, really cool experience. It was genuinely an all-day thing. They're open from 9 to 6, and I was wondering like if it was something that you could spend the whole day doing, and it is. It's like 100% something you can spend the whole day doing. We just left. It's about 5:30. They close at 6, so there's about half an hour left. We got there around 10ish. So definitely think you could do all day there. It was very good. I really enjoyed it. 10 out of 10 in my book. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm actually going to end the 2 extra days in Orlando vlog now because I don't have anything else for Orlando because we are now headed to more south. We're going like 2.5 hours south from here near West Palm, and I'm so excited. So I will start that vlog tomorrow, and that means I'll see you guys in my next video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Say bye, Mason.
Peace.